Assalamualaikum. My name is Wan Nurdina Sufia binti Wan Ahmad Yaziz. My metric number is 2021687996. So today I will presenting about introduction. COVID-19 pandemic has shaken manufacturing industries. Starting from MCOs, sector was prohibited from operating. In the second half of 2021, Malaysia's manufacturing sector is expected to remain under pressure due to a rising large number of COVID-19 cases. So, the supply chain and the manufacturing industry both are crucial to ensuring manufacturing effectiveness are closely intertwined. One of the biggest issues is manufacturing industry could not progress because of lack of supply chain. After government allows the manufacturing sector to operate, but it's still including strict SOPs to prevent COVID-19 spreadness. Some businesses are still hesitant to operate due to the categorization of essential and non-essential services. Prospect for the manufacturing sector will be influenced by a number of factors, including how quickly vaccinations are administered, how effectively they work, how well the current SOP can be clarified for the benefit of businesses and the community, and how likely it is that the economy will reopen without another lockdown. Next, slowing growth in the economy and sharply falling market demand. It's also businesses compete to discover the best cash flow management strategy. Due to their constrained operation, manufacturing businesses become vulnerable.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Syah Zahid bin Muhammad Abdullah. So I'm going to present about analyzing current macroeconomics problem. So first one, I'm going to talk about how the issue affect Malaysia domestically. The COVID-19 outbreak had a major effect on Malaysia, causing certain factories to close or shut down operation. In an effort to slow down the spread of the virus, the Malaysian government made the decision to implement Movement Restriction Order or MCO. However, this had a negative effect on the domestic economy as businesses are hesitant to start up and run their operation for fear of being forced to close down again. Additionally, many people find it difficult to understand the standing operating procedure, which disrupt the supply chain and cause many factories to shut down and raise the cost of import. The manufacturing sector played an important role in Malaysia as it contributed to the country export revenue. However, if factories decide to reduce their workforce, productivity output will decrease, affecting operating costs, having a devastating economic impact on the country. The increase in operating costs will also affect consumer price, and if factories decide to close, it may cause them to move to other countries, leading to a loss of foreign direct investment and job loss. The last one is the COVID-19 continue to have a profound impact on the economy and society in Malaysia. Next point is how the issue affect Malaysia economy internationally. So the COVID-19 virus is spreading not just in Malaysia but around the entire world. This global pandemic is having a negative impact on Malaysia economy as well. The manufacturing sector, which produces more than 1 trillion in export annually, is being affected. Malaysia factories, which are part of the globalized supply chain, play a significant role in the country's economic growth. If these factories were to close for any reason, it will have an impact on the output of large corporations, which host suppliers to do business in Malaysia. When all industry, including those in technology and energy, are impacted by the coronavirus, the result is a collapse of the world economy. The 30% decline in global oil price is the largest since the first Gulf War in 1991, due to the less demand for the fuel caused by a decrease in transportation, tourism and aviation. However, the expected outcome was not achieved. The less than ideal industrial and tourist industry widened the stock market gap and pushed it down. The true great economic power that support the global economy are China and the United States. This is due to the fact that majority of nations rely on China and American economic growth. Additionally, a large number of foreign businesses including well-known brands like Nike, Adidas and Gap and Abercrombie and Fitch as well as global leader in technology telecommunication like AT&T and Apple have production facility in China. In conclusion, the COVID-19 virus has greatly impacted the global economy and Malaysia is no exception. The country manufacturing sector, which is a significant contributor to the economy, is affected by the virus. The global supply chain, which is dependent on China and the United States, is also affected. The economy is heavily impacted by the virus and the world is still struggling to recover from it. So that's all from me.
Hi, Assalamualaikum. My name is Muhammad Akib Faizi. Now I'm going to discuss appropriate measure to overcome the macroeconomic problem. Okay, direct control. In the article, it was mentioned the manufacturing industry is facing a rise in unemployment and also a shortage in inputs. This factor happened due to the movement control of the MCO, which was done for almost 2 years. Again, the article talk about the industry many unconfident as COVID-19 cases are still high and have improper prediction. One of the few solutions and action that can be taken is to equip more employees via online or face-to-face interview. Producers in the case need to pay attention as they need to choose individuals that are truly qualified and skilled to avoid more obstacles in the near future. Furthermore, the manufacturing industry need to adapt the new technology in order to be able to meet the competitive market. Therefore, it is best for the employees to be taught about the recent facilities to help increase their potential and skill, which will help to produce a high quality and products. Next, manufacturers should know how to forecast demand for products, especially with the country now entering the pandemic. Today, certain business are still having trouble with predicting the future demand. This result in an improper amount of production, which will not be able to meet the consumer needs. In order to be able to forecast customers' demand right away, manufacturing should use accurate reporting tools, which will help to make it easier to target sales and estimate the appropriate amount of product to be produced. If a business wants to make a change in their market sales, a new strategy is needed. Manufacturing can change their marketing strategies by utilizing digital marketing, as it does not require high cost and is cheaper than conventional methods such as advertisement on TV, newspaper and billboard. This measure can help the organization to receive more engagement and exposure, thus can increase their demand and sales. Lastly, organization also need to encourage export. However, if the cost and price of the export of goods are high, then the demand will fall. Therefore, it is best for the organization to reduce the cost of production. This could be done by simply changing the packaging of the product without having to interfere with its quality. This solution may help with increasing export demand while not having to spend as much on producing the output, and will help the organization to cut costs on their expenditure.
Hi, my name is Alif Aiman. Today I'm going to tell about our conclusion. During this time, many business industry, including the manufacturing sector, need to face the downfall. When the government allowed the manufacturing sector to operate This includes strict SOP to prevent the spread of COVID-19. Prospects for the manufacturing sector will be influenced by a number of factors, including how quickly vaccinations are administered, how effectively they work, how well the current SOP can be clarified for the benefit of business and the community, and how likely is that the economy will reopen without another lockdown. Secondly, the manufacturing sector is likely to play an important role in Malaysia because it contributes to the country's export revenue. But if a factory decides to reduce their workforce, productivity output will definitely decrease. Effective operating costs or close down due to the impact of COVID-19, which will have a devastating economic impact on the country. The increase in operating costs will affect the cost of production and ultimately the consumer, who will bear the cost through the price of the goods. Furthermore, for the factory that produce product for export, if the factory decide to close, this may cause them to move to other country, where the country will lose FDI, which is known as a foreign direct investment, and the people will lose their job. Last but not least, it is the best employees to talk about the recent facility to have increased their potential and skill, which will help to produce higher quality of product in order to able to forecast customer demand right away. Manufacturers should use accurate reporting tool, which will help to make it easier to target sales and estimate the appropriate amount of product to be produced. This solution may help with increasing export demand while not having to spend as much on producing the output, and will help organizations to cut costs on their expenditure. Thank you.